Right. You want to.
Because you got.
Yeah, you need the amount of room to get get it in there, right?
Yeah. So I'd say at least 6 inches. But I mean, anything like here, because the body is not going to,
Right. Okay. So what we're doing here, guys, is you see Steve's got a laser pointer. So that's where he's feeling that's going to be optimal. So a kid lying down, even they're small, we're going to be able to break the signal at this point. So you can see, you see push, yeah, you see the red laser dot. So I'm going to mark here, and then, oh, I can't reach, but he's going to mark on that side for us. Okay, so right now this is where we're thinking is the position in the slide here for our lower sensor on this slide specifically. Okay. So what he's saying is, because we have some real estate on this side too, and the water's fairly even, we can stick to that side either as well. We just need to get to a point where they're going to break the circuit. So this is a good position right here. So we like that, right?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, 2 to 4 inches above the water level on a body slide is ideal.
Perfect. So if you didn't hear that, it was 2 to 4 inches above the water line. So right now we're about 2.5, roughly. So that's pretty good. Fantastic. Okay, we're gonna take a look at the next slide, but I think we're in good shape. Okay, it's a little dark in there, but you can see where he's pointing the laser. That's about where we're gonna put it on one side, and then the opposite will go directly across. We're gonna do this, we already know, so it's kind of hard to see if there's a white line. We know the water line's at, but we have a pretty good idea of where we're gonna go. So about 4 to 5 inches from the water line, up the side of the slide. All right? Yep. Yeah, that should be good. And that'll give us 2.5 to 3 inches above the water surface. Okay, so we're good on the bottom now. All right. Yeah, you're talking about the column here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We just want to make sure that there's still enough
clear
space. A couple inches off of each side of the bracket.
Yeah, because that sensor is pretty much going to be like almost right here, right?
Yeah, so it's going to shoot right across.
Right. Okay. So you can see what we're doing here. We have the sensor really high up here. We have it low here. So whenever we do that angle, it'll be, yeah. Okay, so that makes sense. All right, so we're about to get ready to pre-drill, and you want us to pre-drill from the inside. We want to do a pilot hole from the inside, and then the outside will drill the rest of the hole.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is you're going to use a 2-inch hole saw for the lens right here to fit through the hole. So it's a 2-inch hole saw. All right, so we're gonna check it out. So what we've done here is went ahead and drilled out our current hole. You can see Steve's on the other side. We've got these 2 short bolts out of this first kit. Now you're gonna be able to tell real easy, these are zinc bolts. The other 2 kits that come with it are gonna be all stainless. Those are gonna be your finished bolts and nuts and screws. Right here, these are all your placement only. So if you see what's happening here, we use the fender washer with the bolt button head screw, and all that's doing is keeping it flush to the slide for now. And then what he's going to be doing, he's actually going to be screwing from the back end, just like that, to put pressure on it. And then we're going to come in with some filler, resin filler. We're going to fill that gap. Once it's all in place and cast, we can take out all the screws. Okay. So we can, we can look at this and actually do some leveling. We're gonna need to do a little bit of leveling. We need to bring it out this way, okay? So we'll get that here in a quick second. All right, hold on. Okay, team, so you'll see what we've done here. First thing I did, we came back and did, after we cored out this, we went ahead and sanded this down to make it smooth, but it also gives us a point whenever we caulk this, we got some binding, so it'll bind to it as far as mechanical adhesion. Same thing on this side. We put a little gapper here to help us bring the lens back out a little bit, so we don't have a negative here. We have more of a positive seam versus a negative seam. Same thing here, because remember the rider path's this way, so you want to ensure that it's a smooth transition to here, and then a smooth transition back onto the glass. So we've got that on both sides. So right here it's smooth transition, and then back smooth transition. Okay, and you want to keep an eye on these. These can become sharp, so just make sure we're checking these on a consistent basis. That's going to be part of your daily inspection anyway. Make sure you don't have sharp edges and cracks, and at seams, things like that. But now you're going to do it at the lens sensor lenses as well. All right, now we're going to go ahead and start putting the resin on the backside so we can get this adhered to the glass.
Wait. What's this?
It's the sensor mount.
Oh,
Yeah.
right, that package. Okay, I was wondering what the...
Okay, team. Out of your package, you're gonna get a package like this, okay? I showed you earlier, this is from Banner. This is the sensor mounting bracket, okay? This is the sensor bracket that's gonna go on the clear lenses that we just mounted up there. Now, I still gotta glue them in place, but I'm gonna have these ready and prepped because it's only a set of 15 minutes for the resin that we're gonna use. I'll show you that in here in a minute. But let's go through the hardware here so we can see what we're doing. So you're gonna have two sets, a pair for the top and bottom, right? Okay, so your washer is always gonna go on the nut side, all right? So we're gonna look at it like this. Well, I could be wrong, actually. Look at that, it fits right in, I think. Yeah, I usually am. All right. Might have to look at the manual to see how they want us to do this. Let me see. Okay, it's showing on the sensor bracket here. The washer's on the bolt side, okay? So, just like this. Bolt, or nut, excuse me, or screw. Yeah, I know. Can't speak. Okay, just like that. And we'll do the other side. Make sure you get the nut in there. It's nice, I like that the nuts insert in there. Look at this.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you don't get spin.
Yeah. It's already kind of, it's a wrench already for you. Okay. Set it up like that. Okay, now I'm just gonna make them hand tight for now. Okay, so what's gonna happen is when we get upstairs, let's do the other one while we're sitting here, before we lose our brains, our minds. Okay, you don't want to lose this hardware. Where's the nut? There it is. Okay, so you have the little nut on these screws. I'll show you where these go in a second. Whoopsies. Okay, so this circle part's gonna go on the window. Okay, so make sure that's how we're setting it up, just like that. Okay, same thing on this side. Nut, panhead screw with the little lock washer. Now remember, there's two sets of the bags. I showed you the first set belongs, it's all zinc. All that zinc goes to just mounting it. Once we're done, you're gonna remove all that hardware. Once we get up top, I'll show you what I'm talking about. It's basically to help level out the window. Okay, the sensor window. Okay, so the sensors are already upstairs, so I'm not going to show you where those are at. Okay, but take this little doohickey right here, right there, and then the nut goes on this side. See, screw goes on the back side to hold it in place, and then now you can move your sensor in all different ways and directions. So we're in pretty good shape so far. So we're going to go ahead and get the glue up, get ready to do the glue up. I'm going to show you that here in a quick second. Hold on. Okay. Can you give me the epoxy? Ow. Oh. All right. To glue to get that lens, the clear block lens, to stick to the slide and stay there without having all that hardware in there, we're going to use this polyester gel paste. Okay. We're going to squeeze it in between the current lens, or the window and the fiberglass, and that's going to hold it in place. Okay. The easy way to do this is to take a syringe and fill it with your paste here, okay, and then squeeze it in the hole, let it drain all the way to the bottom. I'll show you what I'm going to do for that here when we get up top. It's a little windy. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me, but we'll see. We'll get when we get there. All right, give us a minute. All right, team. So what I was talking about, see the resin or the gap here? These 4 screws, and then there's 2 panhead screws on the inside. those are actually holding it correctly in the area where we want, so it's not going to have a positive or negative joint there. So we want to make sure that it stays in place. The resin I'm going to use will stick to the glass and stick to this acrylic. We don't want it to move. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to try and make it where when it pours, it's going to be a single square. So it's going to be really nice and square. So I'm going to start with the bottom and just square it off right there. Okay, and then I'll be able to peel the tape off when we're done. The idea being is I'm going to squirt it on the top, and it's going to drip down to the floor or to the bottom. Ah, come on. You can tell I'm not very good at this. My buddy Steve, thanks Steve for coming out. He said, Jess, I think you know what you're doing. I'm gonna leave you to it. So we parted ways in a good way, of course. Good old Steve, man. Hopefully we're gonna have some projects coming up soon where we'll bring him back. Hopefully you want to come back, Steve. We like having you here, brother. Okay, so right now I feel pretty comfortable with what we got here. Let me double check it. So let's look at this. So what I'm saying is, see how we just poured it right in there? That's what we want. Okay, now the resin I'm working with only has a 15-minute set time, so we got to be real ginger about. Ow. This is like it, right? So we're gonna see what we can do here with it. How's my battery looking? Battery looks good. Now, I don't like mixing it up high, but unfortunately, because it's got a quick set time, I'd rather do it right than not do it right, you know? I'm gonna sit on the floor for a minute. Okay, team, I'm gonna have to do this fast. So it actually sealed it up a little bit, so let me see if I can get it in there now. Come on now. Can't tell if it's coming down the bottom or not. Damn, it's not. Okay. Go ahead and squirt from the side here. Okay. Hey, we're living and learning here, boys. Okay, I'm gonna seal this side up. See, it wanted to come down, it just didn't have enough breathing room, I guess. Pull this off and see if it'll show me where I'm lacking. Oh, I did pretty good, boys. Yeah, so let's take a look. Oh no, I'm gonna get the GoPro all sticky. All right, that's looking pretty good, eh? I might go right in the center there and see if I can get that. Let's see if we can get the center real quick. And I'm gonna try and jump to the other side real quick so this other part of the resin won't leak or dry up on me. I can reuse it. Okay. Now I'm not looking for pretty, I'm looking for efficient and something that's gonna actually work, right? All right, let's see if we can get to the other side without this drying on us, without this curing on us, team. Okay, we're on this side now. So what I'm gonna do this time, instead of putting tape, pre-taping it, I'm just gonna put a little tape on the bottom. God, I hope it hasn't kicked yet. I don't feel like mixing it again. I don't want to lose it. So now I know about how much I need per slide, per lens kit. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and peel this off. Well, it's starting to cure. My fingers are getting sticky. Should have wore gloves. All right, well, lesson learned, team, lesson learned. Okay, all right. You guys see that? I like this gel stuff, it's pretty nice actually. Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can squeeze it in here. Let's go back this way. Oh no! other side. Be like my bald head. I really like this stuff. It's nice. So Mr. Steve ran out of the way to the other side of Houston for us to grab it. He gets it directly from West Marine. So if you ever need this, that's where you get it from, West Marine. Really nice product, actually. It's very viscous, so it makes it easy to work with. Look at it, it's not even dragging. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. All right, team. Now what I'm gonna do, grab a stir stick. And for me, I'm just gonna flatten this out just a little bit to make it look nice and even, sort of. Doesn't need to be. The guests really aren't gonna see it, right? But that's pretty cool. That's looking good. Okay, so I started off about 50 milliliters, maybe 60. That gave me enough to do both sides. So that's about how much we need. And you can see it's actually really clean. All right, so now that we've got that, okay, so just so we're tracking, this guy is gonna sit right here, just like that, okay? You can set it up like this too, maybe? No, like this. Because that lens is gonna be like almost, the sensor is gonna be about right here. So we should be able to see all the way through and see the other sensor. Let's see if we can. See if we can. Yeah. See the sensor? Or see the other window? So we actually got a great line of sight. We're gonna put it right in the center. Now the washers won't be there anymore once this cures out. So it's looking good. Hopefully it cures out in time. Hopefully I put enough MAKP to get it to cure. Kick. I need it to kick. It feels like it's kicking, but I don't know. All right, we'll get there here in a second. Stand by. All right, good morning, team. Today, we need to get this done. Got lots to do, but I think we can get it done in time. Hardware. Okay, let's go up. Be able to pull the tape off, and that resin should have kicked and sealed. Oh wow. Oh man, come on. I want to be able to pull the tape off in one shot. Not bad, not bad. You gonna be able to get the bottom one? Come on, buddy. Come in. Come in, buddy. Alright, I think we're good. Okay. Next, we're gonna remove these guys. Okay, remember, these were just temporary to hold it against the glass while it clamps. Then we come in on the temperature and the humidity for the day. Okay, so it's right there, it's like that. So what's nice about the kit is it gives you a bunch of different ways to mount this bad boy. All different angles, etc. Every slide's going to be different, right? And every position on the slide's going to be different. So you just kind of have to work with what you got. Oh no! Fall all the way through? No, I heard it. There it is. Two more. I'm gonna leave these loose. I'm not gonna tighten them yet because I want to be able to get. I need to figure out the best placement for the eyeball. I mean, I could see through the damn slide. It's gonna be lined up. I wish I should have turned it on the system so I can see what I'm doing. Oh well. All right. So this side, I'm gonna go ahead and make. This is the receiver side, and this is the emitter side. So this is the receiver. So your 1, 2, 3, 4 is your range, or you know what your power level is. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the other side. This is the emitter. Okay. So the way these work, you take this little ball. I can get it screwed in straight. Come on now. Oh yeah, I messed up. Okay, that's fine. Alright, you see, I'm just covering the square, so I'm not going to be able to get into it. I'm going to have to loosen this up a bit. I want to loosen it up all the way. I don't need to. Come on, get in there. One in, two in. Alright, cool. It's kind of holding it in place. I like that. Take the eyeball. You always want to keep it where it's facing, where the wires are facing downward. That way the unit doesn't get water in it. Done this one backwards too. We'll find out here shortly, I guess. So there's a number of ways you can do it. Doesn't matter. Whatever works for you, I guess. Okay. I'm just gonna make these taut. I want to be able to move the eyeball around without it. Come on now. How much more do you gotta go, bro? Got a little bit there. So I got it taut now, but I'll loosen it just a little bit. I get it to spin. These will lock in place, and that'll call it good. Careful, these are real easy to cross thread. I've had problems with these before. See, I've cross-threaded already. Just gotta get it. It's gotta be right on the. Hey, man. This one wants to be problematic. Pretty close. Okay. Great. There we go. Cross-threaded actually, but it'll be fine. I got it to come out, what I mean, sorry. Not that I was leaving it cross-threaded. There we go. That one's coming in nicely too. Okay, I'm just gonna make it where I can slide it still, but it's not too loose. Okay, we're gonna use that bag again, short 1-inch panhead screw, stainless steel with the locking washer. I don't remember what they call these, but crown washer, I don't remember. Somebody will correct me in the comments, I'm sure. That's okay. I'm okay with that. Now, I'm not using a drill, but I'm okay with that because I don't want to break anything. I'm take my time here, boys and girls. No reason. Give that one just a little tug there. I think we're in good shape though. Come on now. So I can see through, there's a gap right here. Let me pull you in real quick. Okay, so if you look, whoops, look at that. You see there's a gap there, and I can see the lens on the other side. You see it? So that's kind of what I'm going for. Trying to make sure I get it right in the center there. It's kind of hard to see right there. But there's the lens right there on the opposite side. So that's what I'm going for here. So I feel like I'm pretty close. The only way to tell is if we turn the system on and we're getting some signals. That's really the only way to do it. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and go to the floor and let's get the system running. Okay, so team, so we're back on the floor. I'm waiting for it to clear up so I can get, you know, I need power up there and I need to see if the signal is actually working. And I think it is. I think it is, because number 2 should be the signal, I believe. Let me grab the, okay, it should be good to go based on what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna go ahead and go up, I'm gonna go back up, and I wanna confirm that the light actually goes out. Well, I'll show you what I'm talking about when we're looking for the sensor light. There's gonna be 2 lights on the system we could talk about. All right, I had to change the setting on my camera here. Okay, so you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, right, and A. So A is going to show what our current channel is, right? So this one, they're all going to be, whenever you get them, they're going to be set to channel A. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is your signal strength. Okay, so if you have a 1, that means no signal. Okay, so remember that if you have a 1, means no signal. 2, 3, and 4, those are your strengths. So right now we have pretty good strength, which means that our emitter and our receiver are talking to each other. Now, you see this light up here? Green means power, yellow means signal. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna find something to block it with. I'll block it with some, here you go. Okay, so we should be able to block it. Maybe. Okay, blocked. And you see the signal's 0 and the signal light is off, right? Watch this. See? So right now, I wish I had the light. I wish I had a camera on the light, but we could see what it's actually doing. Wow, it's pretty powerful. I had to block the whole thing. So hopefully when we get a swimmer in there, a diver, whatever. What? I was able to do that. That's impressive. Okay. Let me see. I doubt it'll be able to do this because they're, oh, look at that. What? So it's a power 3, power 4. Huh. Okay, what can I put there? I don't know. Don't know. My hand? So I blocked it with my hand. Okay. So I guess that'll work. We can make adjustments whenever we get back to the top of the control system. We can make adjustments if it's too powerful, okay? If the signal's too powerful, even with somebody passing it, okay? But we'll do that later. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna hang the wire up, get it up there. I'm gonna drill some holes right here. I don't like it on the nuts. I'm gonna just drill some side holes here, zip tie it to the flange connection, and we're good to go. All right, let's do that. All right, we're on one side here. I'm gonna go ahead and peel this off. I gotta work quick. I already mixed the resin, so I need to kind of work a little quick. I don't know how it's gonna kick today. It's been kind of nice. Yes, last week, on Friday, it took 20 minutes, 30 minutes to cook, to cure out. So that's because the temperature was kind of funky last week. So we'll find out what happens this week. I don't feel like mixing it on the air this time. It's really elongated. I'm not afraid of heights, but I hate lifts. So, remember last time we had to squeeze it in the bottom. We do the same thing. Okay. Then close that up, seal it up nice. Okay, we'll start on this side now. What's nice is I can see where I'm hitting it and where I'm not hitting. On the back side of it. All right, that's good. That should be good. Okay, now the top side. Okay, looking good. Hopefully I don't have to mix anymore for the other side, but I might have to. I want to. Okay, just gonna smooth it out a little bit. Looks good. Okay, team. So you can see I've got that one mounted up there. That one's ready to go right there. Okay. This one's ready to go too. So you can see it's on number 4. Focus. Focus. Come on. I'm shaking like a leaf here. Okay. Why is it not working? Okay, I have a funky setting on my camera, but I'm gonna work on it. All right, so focus. Okay, well, it's kind of hard to focus, but you can see it's on A and 4. So if we cover it, 0 signal, or right? Okay, that's what we're looking for. So the system should recognize, right? You can see we've got power light on. It's kind of hard to see. Power, signal. So I can turn signal off. Signal off, signal on. All right. We'll confirm on the floor when we get down the box and make sure that we are seeing the signal. But for the high stuff, we're done. I can get rid of this top pin, so let's do it.